What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Streetball AllStars Secret Unleashed, where defense is number one priority. And today, we are going to be taking a look at Silver Wolf being defended by either shooting guards, small forwards, or maybe even point guards. Let's get into it. Alright, so let's get straight into trying to block Silver Wolf with a shooting guard or a small forward. So the first thing that we're gonna talk about is why you shouldn't go to the side when you're defending Silver Wolf from the front. So what do I mean by this? This means that if Silver Wolf is slashing from the front of the basket, not from the wing, not from the side, but from the front, just the very front, then what you're gonna want to do is to actually stay in front of Silver Wolf as well and not preemptively move to the side. This is because if you move to the wrong side and Silver Wolf attacks the other side, you're just left wide open. That's going to be a wide open layup for Silver Wolf. So you're going to want to actually be in front of Silver Wolf so you can adjust once he actually slashes. Okay? So make sure you don't preemptively move to the left or to the right while Silver Wolf is attacking from the front. We'll talk about what you need to do if he attacks from the side, but if it's from the wing or from the front, especially from the front, make sure that you are in front of Silver Wolf and not to his side preemptively. Now, you may think that it's a good idea to just camp under the ring since Silver Wolf is about to go there, right? So it's going to be easier to actually block his layup from there or his double pump, and you would actually be wrong. No, it is not a good idea to actually camp Silver Wolf from under the ring. And this is because of a few different things. So let's talk about number one. Number one, you don't want to actually camp under the ring because Silver Wolf has a step back and he has a fadeaway 3-pointers and he also has a hook shot. This means that if you camp under the ring, you are way too far away from Silver Wolf to actually chase any of those. You won't be able to chase his step back shot. You won't be able to chase or his step back or his fadeaway 3-points. You won't be able to chase his hook shot and actually contest it. You won't be able to do any of those if you just camp under the ring. That's why you don't want to do this. You do not want to preemptively move yourself under the ring and then you go attack his layup from there. No. He will be wide open for a pull-up, for a step-back fadeaway 3, or for a hook shot. So you are not going to want to actually do that. You are going to want to stay close enough to Silver Wolf. So what does that mean? Does that mean that you want to actually be face-to-face with him? So that way he can actually hook shot and you can block that properly. And you can chase his step back 3 properly as well. Well, actually, you don't want to do that either, because if you get too close to Silver Wolf as a shooting guard or an SF, even as any other character, if you get too close, that means you'll be vulnerable to his slashes. You won't be able to block his smart lay properly or its double pump. You won't be able to block it because you're too close and you're just going to go through him if you actually try to block it from the side. If you try to block it from that close to Silver Wolf, you're just going to get through him. He's just going to go through you, and he's going to get an easy layup because you're just going to go through him because you were too close, and he just goes through anybody who is too close to him. So, like I said, you do not want to be too far away from him and camp under the ring, because then you'll be exposed to his hook shot or his fadeaway 3, but you don't want to be too close either because you're going to be exposed to a smart layup. Instead, what you're going to want to be positioned at is about a meter away from Silver Wolf, okay? Just about a meter, maybe a meter and a half. That way, you can defend both the smart layup and the fadeaway 3-pointer as well. And you can contest the hook shot as well. Again, you don't want to be too close or too far. You're gonna want to be about a meter or a meter and a half close to Silver Wolf. That way, you can defend him more properly. Now, let's talk about blocking Silver Wolf's layup more specifically. So, when you try to block Silverwolf's layup, his smart layup, you do not want to actually go to the lower left or lower right of Silverwolf, right? So if he begins to use his smart layup, you move forward a little bit and to the left to where he's laying it up, or back and to the left a little bit if he lays up from the left. You do not actually want to do that. If you go forward a little bit and then to the left, what happens is he's going to get through you. If you move backwards to the left, what happens is you're not going to actually reach the ball. What you're going to want to do instead is to commit to just going left or right. That's it. You're going to want to go left or right, not a little bit forward and left, or a little bit backwards and left, not a little bit forward and right, or a little backwards and right. You're going to want to commit to purely going left or purely going right when you're trying to block his smart layup. This is if he's attacking from the wing or the front. Based on where he is actually laying up from left or right, you're just going to want to commit to straight left or straight right. Do not try to go a little bit forward or a little bit backwards with left and right. No, you're going to want to go purely left or right. That's what you're going to want to do to actually block smart layup. Well, with that, the front is done. So now, or front and wing is done. So now you may be asking, what do I do with the right side then, or the left side on the sides? Is it going to be just the same, going left and right? Well, it actually is different as well. So if he goes to the side, this is what's going to happen. If he goes from the left, he can only really lay up from the right, you know? Or if he goes to the right side of the board, he can only really lay up from the left. So what does that mean? That means that if you're defending him from the side, you can actually preemptively move a little bit, not all the way, but just a little bit to left or right, depending on where he is attacking. So if he's attacking from the left, you can preemptively move a little bit to the left as well, so you can actually block his shot. Or if he's attacking from the right, you can also move a little bit preemptively to the right to actually defend him more properly if he's attacking from that side, because he's not going to be able to actually lay up from the left if he's from the right side, and vice versa. And the little side note to add there as well is that if he's attacking from the side, you can actually go back a little bit. You know, earlier I said don't go forward and a little bit and then left or right, or don't go backwards a little bit and then left or right. On the side, you still don't want to go forward and, you know, to the left or right, but you can actually move backwards a little bit to the left and then right if you're defending him from the side. It's actually a bit more forgiving. So you can do that a little bit, but I still do prefer for you guys to just commit to left or right because it is more effective. It's just that it's a little more available if you move backwards a little bit. Again, left or right and then a little bit back. It is doable, but I still do prefer if you guys just go left or right and you just commit to that side. That is still the more effective way to actually block Silverwolf even from the side. Now, here is another important thing. Silverwolf has a double pump, right? So here's the important thing that you want to know. If you are the one defending Silverwolf, if you're the one defending him, again, as a shooting guard or as a small forward or even as a point guard, if you're the one defending Silverwolf, this is very important to know. Do not go for the double pump. Do not wait for it. Do not wait for the double pump. Okay, do not wait for the double pump. If Silverwolf is going to double pump, that's fine. You need to jump early, just like what I said before, and just try to block his smart layup. Do not try to block his double pump. It's because you're not going to be actually able to block his smart layup late, like let's say Ranger or Elise with high block stat. You won't be able to do that with a shooting guard or a small forward. You're going to want to block smart layup early and not wait for the double pump. Well, then who's going to go for the double, you might be asking, right? That's where your big comes in, your big man. That is where he comes in and he tries to block the double pump instead of you. That's why every time he slashes, the big goes back and tries to see if he can block a double pump if the enemy goes for it, if the Silver Wolf goes for it, while you already jump to try and block his smart layup. That is the most effective way to do it. Do not try to block double pump as a shooting guard or a small forward if you're the one defending him and if you're the one face to face with him. You will not be able to actually block it late, and the double pump is still going to be a little tricky to block anyway. So make sure to just go for the smart layup. That's what you're going to want to try and block. Do not go for the double pump. Your big man will be the one who will try to be blocking that, not you. Alright, as a side note here, I just still do want to say that it does still matter who is inside or outside when Silver Wolf is attacking, okay? So let's say I just so happen that you're outside and your big is already inside, because that's what happened, right? That's what happened. That's just how things went, and that's the result. The moment Silver Wolf is about to attack and your big is inside and you're outside, in that case, you want the big to actually be the one to try and block Silver Wolf's smart layup while you try to block the double pump by chasing inside. It does still matter. Whoever is inside is the one that should be trying to block his smart layup first, and then the one outside is going to try to chase Silver Wolf in case he does use a double pump. So that's it. Whoever is inside still should be the one to try and block Silver Wolf, and the one who is outside is going to be the one to chase and try to block his double pump. You're only going to want to jump and actually try to block smart layup yourself if you're the one in front of Silver Wolf and you are marking him. Other than that, the one inside should be the one to try and attack Silver Wolf's smart layup, and then the guy on the outside is the one that's going to try and attack his double pump. So anyways guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope that it's been really helpful. I hope that you've been entertained somehow, and I'll catch you on the next.